Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Hollowponds Solo Sagas, and today we are playing our next episode of Chariot of the Gods, the alien role-playing game. Hello and welcome back to my subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. But I'll do that again later. I've started doing it in the middle, trying to do it in the middle. I don't know, things advised, if you do it in the middle then it gives people incentive to subscribe a bit more, and so I thought I'd try doing that. Sorry if you don't like it, do put down in the comments, stop doing that, and I'll consider it. Anyway, Alien. So where were we? We had just at one, sorry about the camera failing. Last episode, the camera failed. That's awful, I do apologise. I'm going to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't happen. You mainly missed dice rolls, and I was able to put the map up and show a little arrow where I was pointing with my pencil. But there's nothing I could do. I can't like everything is rolled on the fly. I can't re-roll everything. So I do apologise, I'm terribly sorry for that. Anyway, hopefully I've bodged up this GoPro so it'll start working again, and I'm keeping an eye on it. What happened? We had basically the last session was just one big Barney in the corridor, with the corridor which I showed you on last week in the map. So the corridor outside junction A1. This bit out here outside the front of them, that corridor would be a mess. There would be blood and guts all over the place over there. Harrison innards was all over the place. We have a maturing neomorph. He's now trapped in with the mother, so if anyone needs to get into the mother, that's going to be a bit of a tricky situation, which they might need to do. The red dwarf has gone off and exploded off scene. We have two of the ex-crew of the Cronos, this being the Cronos, ex-crew of the Cronos have now within the woodwork of the Cronos. We don't know where they've gone. They went ballistic and started attacking us and running off. We don't know what's wrong with them. And we're left with, off the top of my head, we're left with Cat. Basically, we were left with the original crew and Parks, who's left. So one of the dog catchers, the most junior member of the dog catchers, and our original crew, so happens, are still alive. Not that I haven't tried to kill them, because I have. We have various things left to happen. So what we probably now have to make sure we do. Oh, and we have the Ava that needs to be fixed. So we've got several things. I'm checking my notes before I started. I've got fix Ava, fix the ship, explore the ship, and steal stuff. Because we also have, I'll catch everyone up, which I haven't done for a little bit. We're using the personal agendas from the cinematic adventure, which is Chariot of the Gods, which comes with the box set, the Alien Core box set. You can find it as PDF. If you want to get it from PDF drive-through PDFs, there's a link in the description. That is an affiliate link, so I will get like 5% or 2%, some small percentage drive-through gives me as credit I can spend on stuff in drive-through. So if you wish to use the link, that's awesome. It gives me credit to spend on some of the parts per million supplements. Anyway, agendas, personal agendas. So we have 4 personal agendas that are still in flight at the moment. Crichton has a personal agenda of trying to get material to give to Bionational, as Crichton, the synthetic, is a plant, Bionational plant, which is a rival corporation to Weyland-Yutani, who owns the Cronos. Then we've got Rimmer. Rimmer has still got his Act 1. That was an Act 1 agenda, and this is an Act 1 agenda, which is doing their duty for the crew members. I don't know if that was supposed to update to an Act 2, but we're maintaining that. Then we've got Cat. Cat is trying to get the information which is here and give that, secure as much of it as possible so it isn't destroyed for Weyland-Yutani. Cat is trying to further Cat's career with Weyland-Yutani and get more promotions and go up the corporate ladder. And Parks has decided this is all just mental. All Parks can see is stuff laying around that was left over from the ex-crew members. Parks is Search for valuables and cash and steal what you can to take home. It's a derelict after all. So we still have those agendas that are still in flight as well. So, Rimmer had gone around the corner to chase Johns. Johns had disappeared. You and I know Johns has gone into the woodwork. We don't know where Flynn went because we didn't work that one out. Kat is probably just coming around from being shocked because Kat spent nearly the whole of that last session, the whole of last combat, on the floor in shock after the thing with Flynn. Rimmer is a bit battered. Actually, I think they're all a bit battered and are going to need Crichton to do some medical on them. Crichton is surprisingly unharmed. Kat is just stressed but unharmed. Lister is harmed. Rimmer is harmed. Parks is harmed. So Crichton is going to spend this time. I think we did a drop in stress for most of them because most of them are on quite low stress. So we'll leave the stress for now. But Crichton is going to go and check up. Oh, Crichton was doing medical on Lister. So Crichton will go around now. If it is what I remember it as, the medical will only help people if they are broken or have taken a critical injury. None of them are at the broken stage, so Crichton is just going to tend to their wounds and make sure they're okay. But they will naturally regain health as stuff goes down, which I will quickly check now because I can't remember off the top of my head. So you heal 1 health point every 10 minutes, so every turn. So after an hour, everyone will be back on full health. So we'll just hope that nothing happens. So we'll track it a little bit, but I think everyone will probably end up back on full health without them needing to do anything. But Crichton will go around and Crichton will make a show of looking after everyone and tending everyone's wounds and making sure everyone is okay. But Rimmer will come around the corner at this point. Rimmer will check, we'll see Crichton tending to Lister, who was holding Lister back, who was reloading. I think everybody reloaded at the end of last session because everyone's out of ammunition. Just to tell you, ammunition wise, Parks has 1 reload left. Rimmer has 2. Lister has none left for the shotgun. It's only what's in it. Crichton doesn't have a weapon. Kat doesn't have a weapon. Okay, so we are going to, let's think, we're here. We will want to vacate this area. We were thinking of going down to the stairwell here and then going down a level. What we will do is, the examination room is down there. We might want to take, so we're going to take, so we've got several things. The motion tracker. Parks is going to want to fix the motion tracker. So they'll all have shock. They'll all basically be talking to each other. What the hell's going on? Except they might be using a few expletives that I won't use here. But I could just drop some random bleeps in. And that's basically what's going on. We might want to go to, because we were originally, before the red dwarf was going to explode, we were going to go to the science lab and we were going to use the science lab to fix the motion tracker, but we never got there. So we might take Ava, get Crichton to carry Ava, and we'll all go down to the science lab and see what we can see. And then use the science lab, which is science lab 2. Science lab 2 is this. So this is deck B. Science lab 2 is here. If there's a science lab 2, I would assume there's a science lab 1. Silly me, it's here. Science lab 1 is here. All right, so we are going to stairwell, down the stairwell, across, into the science lab. We will do rolls. So we have got, so Parks, let's see, Parks is going to talk to Rimmer, and Parks and Rimmer, between them, will decide. I think Rimmer being, all right, let's give Parks and Rimmer a plane. So Rimmer has 3 for empathy, 3 for command. If he gets a hit, he gets the idea. 2 hits, okay? And then we've got Parks, who has 2 empathy, nothing for command. No. So Rimmer is going to say, look, we need to know what's going on. So one of the things to know what's going on is we need your motion tracker fixed. I hit on the radio, it's broken, we need that fixed. There's an Ava here who's a survivor from what went on. They might be able to tell us what's going on. We need to get all this stuff down to one of the science labs and then work out what's going on. And at that point, they'll pull up the map and they will realise that the science lab is here. So we have the team as a whole are going to go 1, 2, 1 roll, 2 rolls, and we'll be in the. So we're going to go through 2. We're still in Act 2, so going up to the end of that junction, no weird things happen. So this is rolling to see if weird stuff happens. Into the stairwell, something weird happens in the stairwell. All right, what do we have? What do we have in stairwell on deck A that can do something? Stairwell, deck A. Well, we've got. All right, here we go. This will do us. This will do us. So for one of these, we are going to use an event from Act 1 called the Headless Man, because this fits quite nicely. So they enter the stairwell here, and so this stairwell is gonna. So I'm imagining a stairwell because it's called stairwell. So a centralized set of stairs which will come, which basically goes through the ship. So it comes up and down. And so they're about to go down, so it goes all the way down to deck C. So they're about to enter the stairwell, which they haven't been in before, and just going down. And at the bottom of the stairs, just before it hits B level, there's a body is slumped over at the foot of the stairs. There's blood and brain matter splattered up the wall, and a model 37A2. Is that what Lister's got? We'll call it the same shotgun. A model of similar shotgun to what Lister has is in the lap of this body. So they all have to take. They all get +1 stress, and they need to make a panic roll as they see it, which we'll deal with. We'll do that first, because then that depends on whether they notice anything about the body. So we'll increase all of their panic, but their stress rather, by 1. Okay, so, and then we'll go back round. So Crichton is carrying the Ava behind. Lister, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. So Lister starts to twitch. Lister's stress goes up by 1. Lister is twitching, and he starts to panic a bit. Rimmer, 8. Rimmer is trembling at the sight of this body, which is putting Rimmer off. Lister is no longer suffering from the panic that was causing him to tremble. So Rimmer takes a step back because of the shock of this body. Park steps forward to have a look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Cat. Cat 5. That's 11. All right. So the cat. So we haven't done one of these before. And 11 is seek cover. You must use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot if possible. You are allowed to make a retreat roll if you have an enemy in engagement range. Your stress level is decreased by 1, but the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range increases by 1. After 1 round, you can act normally. Okay. So Cat screams at the sight of the body and heads back up the stairs. Everybody else panics at Cat, which makes everyone's stress. Dave's stress is huge now. Rimmer's stress is huge. Park's stress goes up as Cat screams and then heads back up the stairs. Park steps forward to have a look at the body. And what Parks notices about the body is it's weird. The arms of the body seem to be longer than they should be. So long, in fact, that it's torn the compression suit that the body's wearing. It definitely looks like whoever this person was, they took their own life with the shotgun. Parks will instinctively kick the shotgun away from the body, and they're all just basically stand there shocked. As Rimmer will then make another panic roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh God, 7. Rimmer. Okay, no one picks up the rounds. We're going to just say that Rimmer doesn't think, no, but because there's ammunition there, they'll have to remember that for later, but no one thinks to do that. When they get down, this is when, so Crichton is going to go up and to try and talk to Cat and talk Cat down, and we'll make Crichton make a command roll to see if Crichton can talk Cat down and talk Cat into coming down with him, and then we'll say that Cat's come over. Yeah, Cat was resolved. We'll drop Cat by 2 stress. Cat is talked down, Cat's okay, and Cat will go back downstairs with them, and they'll get to the bottom of the stairs here. So they'll come to the bottom of the stairwell, and once at the bottom of the stairwell, they'll check. Well, I'll tell you what, so once they get out, then we'll either come to here, or we can come down towards here. Now, Cat, knowing that the EVA suits are here, Cat might want an EVA suit. The air scrubbers still haven't been fixed yet. The EVA suits would be a big attraction to Cat. Parks knows they're short on ammunition, might want to visit the armory. Short on ammunition, visit the armory. But we've also got Crichton is carrying that Ava. Crichton would want the Ava to be fixed to work out what's going on. And they've also got the motion tracker that would want to be fixed. But Parks would want to prioritise getting more ammunition to allow him to defend himself and accrue more stuff. Also, he might be able to find some interesting stuff. So, we have a three-way thing going on. We might have, all three of them are going to put forward an argument, which is basically going to be manipulation, and we'll include Crichton in this as well, actually, all four. So Lister is just going to stay out of it. Lister isn't going to care less. Lister wants them to get somewhere so he can work out and have time to think about what needs to be repaired. So we will have, and we'll also include the stress dice in this because that might impact someone's reaction. So we'll do Crichton first, and I'll write down. So we've got Crichton, then we've got Cat, then we have Parks, and we have Rimmer. They're all going to put forward, they're all going to basically have a bit of an argument over what. So we've got Crichton, Cat, Parks, Rimmer, where they go next. Crichton wants to go to the science lab. 2, 4, 6, 8. Nothing for manipulation. Crichton wants to go to the science lab to get Ava fixed, get the motion tracker fixed, and try and work out what's happening. Crichton puts forward a good solid case with 4 hits. Cat wants them all to go and get Cat a suit because Cat is worried that they still haven't fixed the air scrubbers. They still don't know what's going on with the air scrubbers, and people keep getting infected. Cat gets 1 hit, but gets one of these. Cat has got 2 stress. 2 plus 6 is 8. Cat starts to tremble, and we are going to negate this. So Cat trembles, and Cat, no one is basically listening to Cat as Cat starts to stutter, looking terrified, particularly as Cat ran just now back up. No one is listening to what Cat wants, EVA suit or not. No one is listening at this point. Parks wants ammo. Parks has got 2 for his empathy and 2 stress dice. He wants ammunition. Does he have any command? He doesn't have command. He does have 5 XP that I might get him to spend, and he's going to attempt to use command. Let me check what, so XP, 5 XP will increase something by 1 level. Okay, so he is going to, so to you, to go up by 1 to something which you don't already have points in, you have to have at least try to roll. He definitely has tried to roll command and maybe even manipulation, so I'm going to give him 1 in manipulation. I mean, he's not going to get 4 successes. He gets 1 success. So far, Crichton wanting to go over to the science lab and get the stuff fixed is winning this. Now, Rimmer just wants people to listen to him, so he will end up going with whoever's put forward the best argument, but wants people to think that it was him who came up with it. 2, 4, 5, because he's trying to act like he wants what's best for everyone. So he only got a 2. So Crichton putting forward a good case. They all go, all right, okay, fair enough. We shall go down. So they don't come up here. Instead, they're going to come all the way around and attempt to go to Science Lab, actually coming around this way into Science Lab 2 to use the facilities to fix the motion tracker, get that going again, and fix the Ava, which Cat has got the best contact for do that. That will also give Lister enough time to work out what might be going on with the ship and to run some diagnostics on the ship. We'll say Lister can try and do that there. So we'll do the same thing with our act dice every 2. So they'll be rounding this corner. Which way they go? They'll come around and they'll come around this way. So around here, they're all coming together. They're carrying Ava. There's smears all over the floor. There's bits of detritus picked up. Every now and then they'll see like there's been gunshots across the walls. So obviously something went on around here on board, but they know that from what's been going on. So we'll do our act roll down the bottom here. Nothing. Next we'll be crossing this living area. Well, we'll have a look. Do we have anything about, because that is the living area. Is that the living area or is this the living area? Let's have a look what it says for living area on deck B. Maybe they would have looked in, would they look in the corporate suite? They're trying to head down. All right, well this here, as they're passing here, let's say they have a look inside this one as they're passing by, because they're about to enter the living quarters areas. This looks like some form of wardroom. It's exquisitely decked out. It's beautifully looking, but the bed over in the corner looks like it's been torn apart and there's blood all over it. The couch cushions are all been ripped apart and it looks like that the room has been like ransacked. This definitely looks like there's lots of good stuff in here, and Parks will be thinking, we'll check that out. So once the med kit has been, the motion tracker has been fixed up, he will be wanting to go back there. So we are now in the living area. It doesn't say anything. We'll enter the living area and then cross through the living area and into this corridor here. Let's see if we get anything. Nope. Around and into, so what's that? So that's 3 turns around and into the science labs. Nope. Okay, science labs. We've entered the science labs, and before I read entering the science labs, I'll do the bit that I remember to do. This is the bit. If you've enjoyed this so far and me going through Alien and you're not yet a subscriber, if you decide to subscribe, there will be plenty more and you can be highlighted to when I produce more of these. I will be incredibly grateful if you subscribe, and apparently in me doing this in video. So we produce more of these. There's not just Alien. If you've not seen this channel before and you've got to this point, there's multiple other story tales. I'm about to start doing, Call of Cthulhu has been running, and I will be doing Cyberpunk 2020 as well imminently, and a video will go up at some point that Free League has sent me, Cyborg, so that will be run as well pretty soon. So there's lots to interest you if you decide to subscribe and view, and or you can also become a member of the channel, and you'll see the names of the members at the end of this video, and that's enough of your time me trying to sell my wares. You know, you got to do it. Anyway, you can also support by doing super thanks. There's got the super thanks thing if you want to donate some money, and then to get these cameras fixed up and various other things. I think they've been still running all perfectly, and the sound's recording, and things like that can help. Anyway, thank you very much for your support, and I very much appreciate it. Back to this. So we're outside the door of the science lab where we stood last time, and we didn't get to have a look into the room this is Science Lab 2. Science Lab 1, Science Lab 2. So, making sure I read Science Lab 2. Okay, the door slides open. All 4 of them, 5 of them are standing at the door. Crichton is carrying Ava. This room is absolutely wrecked. The inside of Science Lab 2 is wrecked. It looks like a child's shell. Whatever happened in here, it was ended with a liberal use of an incinerator, which is what Parks carries. It is burnt out. There is partially remains of a drum of some kind in the middle of the room. There's debris all over the place. They can just about see an arm sticking out of some debris in the far side of the room. The air smells of burnt rubber and burnt plastic and burnt hair, and that's about it. That's all it is. They can attempt to go in and investigate this room, but the room is wrecked. This is Science Lab 2. The room is totally and utterly wrecked. So let's roll. Nope. So they will turn and see what science. So there's nothing usable they can see. They could do a search. All right, let them do. They'll spend a turn. Parks is going to say we should search the room. Rimmer is going to back him up and go, yes, we definitely should search the room. Now, what would they roll for search? Probably observation. Who's got observation? Crichton has observation of 3. Cat has an observation. Cat has the best observation of all of them. And also Lister has the observation. Okay, so Parks and Rimmer are going to both say we need to go in and check this out. Crichton won't. Crichton is going to stand at the door. Cat is going to need to be convinced by Rimmer because Cat does not want to go into this room because Cat hasn't got a suit on. Cat has a 4 and a 2 and a 2 for manipulation. Cat is going to try and manipulate the situation to stay outside. 1 hit. Rimmer is going to try and command him to go in. Where's Rimmer? Here's Rimmer. Rimmer is going to try and command him to go in, which is 3 and 3 and 5. Rimmer needs to beat 1 hit. Rimmer beats it by lots, but rolls 1 of these, which is and then plus a, so this plus a 5. 5, 6, 7. Nervous twitching. Stress level goes up. So he starts to stress out and they all start to feel really anxious at just how twitchy Rimmer. Lister is almost on max. I'm going to make Crichton make a medical roll and he might speak to Rimmer outside whilst, so that's all the dice plus 1. He might speak to Rimmer outside and try and calm Rimmer down. Yeah, easy. Okay, so Crichton will suggest that Rimmer stays outside and Crichton is going to talk to Rimmer and use his calming presence to reduce the character's stress by 1 once per turn. So he will take 2 turns, which is about 20 minutes, or actually he'll take 3 to half hour as they go in to search the room and dig around in the room. He is going to attempt to spend some time talking to Lister and calming Lister down. So I'm going to take it by 3, but I'm going to write 3 next to it because if during this time, each turn, we will roll these, and if we get one of those, I don't think Lister's going to feel more calm in the least. So the team go in, which is Rimmer and Parks will stand at the door. Lister, who was going to go in, is being told not to, so it's just Cat. Cat will go in and attempt to do a search around and see if Cat can find anything, which is 3 for observation, 5 for wits, and 3 for the panic dice. If he panics, I think I know why you'll panic. This is Cat, yeah. So Cat gets 2 hits, but he gets stressed by all the debris. 4, 5, 6, 7. So he is now of the twitchy variety, but he's in there on his own. He gets 2 hits. So what he discovers is he goes and examines the body and it is quite disfigured, but in a weird way. Its arms are abnormally long, particularly with 2 hits he notices it. Its legs are abnormally long and it seemed to have been clutching at its chest. He really hates it in here and he can't really tell anything else because the only way would be if he's a scientist and he has the analyze talent, which he does, analysis talent, but he doesn't have that. And so he wants to leave as soon as possible, but he does notice that there's the smell of chemical, which he can definitely smell, and he might, I'll give him another wits roll, but without these, to see, it's just pure wits, to see if he can recognises it from any of the places he has been stationed. Oh. As me picking up the dice. Nope. He doesn't remember this from anywhere he's been stationed. And then so he's digging around. He takes 20 minutes, half hour. And we'll go 2 of these. No. No. And then he comes back out. He's like, there's nothing in there. I don't know why you made me do that. That body's freaking weird. Just like that one in the corridor was back there. That is just abnormal. I need a suit. I should not be breathing this air. I need an EVA suit. or we should be cleaning those filters because it just stinks in this whole place. This whole place stinks. It's not on. Then they will have to, if they want to get this Ava fixed up, they're going to have to move across the corridor and into here. So they pop the door open. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. All right, what we got in here? All right, that's cool. That works perfectly because one of the events that we haven't triggered yet is called egg sacs afoot. The PCs come across an area with neomorphic egg sacs in addition to the ones listed in the rooms. So it also mentions for Science Lab 1 that there are egg sacs all over the place in this room, and it's hard to move through the room without disturbing egg sacs because this room at some point was a nest for a neomorph. So a neomorph who is probably around the ship somewhere. So if we start exploring Deck C, I might stick a neomorph if we come down to Deck C, if they get that far. So as they enter the room, we have different egg bits all over the floor. So Lister, who would have been behind, he has seen these before because this is what Harrison breathed in and caused Harrison. So I'm going to just do a plain wits roll for Lister to see. Maybe I'll stick it as observation to see if Lister, so this is just asked, Lister's not trying to do this, so this is just me asking Lister, does he? He does. So Lister's going, oh, I'm not too sure about them. I saw those when we were trying to clear out the filters. There's all this sort of dust comes out. I'm not too sure about them. Off the back of that, I think Cat is going to not want to go into that room. Who might come up with something? We've got Crichton. Crichton has a 3 and a 3. We could do some form of... There could be some form of investigation. So Crichton also gets... Crichton gets a hit. Okay, so Crichton is agreeing that these things are looking organic. Okay. Now, there is stuff in this room that will help them. They can move around this room. There's a black... Oh, wow, here we go. I'll read this out. The lights in this room flicker and the stench of decay is overwhelming. There's a pile of gnawed bones in the room, in a corner of the room. The main lab has an enclosed decontamination area on the main examination table, and under the decon hood is a perfectly preserved metallic urn. A malfunctioning deep cold freezer with a smashed glass door has 4 more of these urns in it, and an ooze has seeped out of them, forming a congealed pool on the floor. Strange black fungal nodes are growing on the urns and in the pools. Right, so these are the nodes. So there's even more of these. This room is littered with these little node egg sac type things, which Lister has seen before. Now, for them to move into the room and get stuff is a mobility roll. I will have, not Cat, Cat's not going anywhere near this room. Crichton can lean into the room and see if he can find something, and if we get a hit on this, then there's something in this room that will help them, and I'll give them a +2 to tempt them to go in. I'll give them a +2 on either fixing, so tools, there's some tools that will give them a +2. There are tools in here that will give them a +2. So there are some +2 Comtech tools at the far side of this room. But to get to the far side of the room, they're going to need to go through all of these egg sacs. So that is a mobility check. Cat is not feeling too good on his feet. Lister has got a broken eye. Crichton could probably go across. And Crichton would actually be all right because he won't get contaminated. But Crichton might not want to do that. We've got Parks has got a 6. Rimmer did have a -2, but I don't think he's out on that anymore. So Rimmer, but he doesn't have mobility. So Parks is the best person to go. He does have air, but they don't necessarily know. Is he smart enough to put his air filtration on? Oh, he's considering it. He's considering this room stinks. This room's full of black toxic ooze. He's thinking he could put his air filtration system on and then go in, which would be all right because it would then just mean that each time we enter, he's going to have to make a mobility roll to go through. So we could say he needs to make 3 successful mobility rolls to get through. and he's only got 2 left on his air. He hasn't been able to recharge his air, and he needs to go get the toolkit. So he will go, all right, I will go get that toolkit. So he's got 4 for agility, 2 for mobility, and he's on 3 stress dice. Is he going to put his air filtration? All right, he will, because I rolled that hit. He's going to put down the face mask, so he's got his air filtration working, which means he's only got 2 air. Each one of his 3 mobility rolls he's going to roll, we're going to have to roll for air to see if his air expires. And he's got 2 left, and we'll see if he triggers something. So his first one, he's going to attempt to move into the depths of the room. He is avoiding some of the slicked mess on the floor and trying not to slip over. Oh man, that's a good hit. That's 4. That's a success of 4, but he does get a panic dice. So he does have to roll for panic, which he's got 3, 4, 5. He holds himself together and he's moved deep into the room. This is good. This is a good roll. I'm gonna say he covers 2, so he covers more distance. He's moving quite fast. Everyone's sort of like standing back out of the doorway. They're going, slow down, Parks. Or Lister's going, Parksy, slow down, Parksy. There's no rush. He's gonna then go, so he then has to go, I'm gonna make, that's not fair, he's gonna have to come back. Oh, now we've got to make air, which is these, isn't it? Because it's on a 2. Nope, it's fine. So that is his first roll. Actually, because we're in, let's have an action dice roll. Nah, it's all good. So then he gets to move in. Now he's gonna one more roll and he gets to the toolkit. Oh, he only gets 1 hit, which is enough. So he's at the toolkit. Now I'm gonna say he has to do 3 to get back. Another panic dice, because he's really starting to stress out here, which is a 3 plus it's 5 again. He's still holding it together. He's holding it together. He's got the toolkit. And he's put it's like a small fold up toolkit. It's about as big as a piece of A4 paper, but it's a lot of electronic tools, maybe about 2 or 3 inches thick, with a strap. He puts that over as he's still carrying his incendiary. Maybe he could just torch the whole lot. All right, hold on. He's got an incendiary unit. We can, if I'll let him torch the whole lot, and then he'll roll for power 5, and then this room is clear of those motes. They're all over the place. He's standing. Let's do another mobility roll. He fails the mobility roll. Right. So he's got his oxygen mask on. He's failed the mobility roll. Gas motes come up. He triggers one of the eggs. Gas motes come up. Okay. He is going to... So his oxygen's okay, but he's come up. He's going to look at the doorway, see the people. He's going to say, get back, and then he's going to ignite. He's going to set off 3 or 4 bursts and basically torch this room. He's going to use his incinerator and torch this room. So we're going to say he does 3 bursts with the incinerator. I'll roll his consumable dice 3 times and we'll see how the incinerator goes down. So it loses 1. It loses that. Okay, so he's got 2 left. So he basically gets the toolkit and then he torches this room. So the science lab 1 is torched. So whatever evidence was in here, so Crichton's going to be going, don't do that. As Crichton wants the stuff, Cat wants the stuff, and Parks just torches the room. So any of the motes that come up, they're all burnt, and the whole room is just torched. We'll give him air consumed. 1, it goes down by 1. Because he's getting panicked. No. So his air now, his personal air supply is down to 1. Well, I might have him start tracking food and water soon. I'm gonna write, what are we on? All right. So he will leave the room and he is going to, so we all know that Cat is the best at fixing stuff. He is gonna hand Cat a +2 electronics kit and go, once we get somewhere safe, use this and fix up the motion tracker and what that thing is, and then he'll slap the button, no one goes back in there, and the door to science room 2 closes. They now need somewhere else to go to do this repairs. So lab room 1 is dead, lab room 2 is dead, the medical lab was a mess, the med pods, there was that thing that came out and then tracked them down. Corporate suite. Parks would want to go back to that corporate suite. So Parks is going to want to come back to this corporate suite. So Parks will say, all right, back to the corporate suite. That was pretty cool. Whatever was going on in there looked all right. And they're going to say, well, it was wrecked. Well, we can go and have a look what's in there. You can fix this Ava and you can fix the tracker, and then we can work out what to do next. Lister's going to say, we've got to fix the engines, we've got to fix the communications, we've got to fix the air filtration. There's stuff that we're going to have to start fixing. I'm going to have to get on with it. It's going to take me days to fix that by myself. And they will move their way to the corporate unit. No, okay, so that's 2. So there you go. Corridor, back up to here. They're in the living area. Oh, man, I want one of those abominations to come back. And now they get into the corporate suite. So they're in the we'll do one for the corporate suite. Yes! So they're in the corporate suite. Okay, well, in the corporate suite, we will go. Okay, so they said there's a neomorph. So we will have negative, it's the neomorph hits them that's wandering around. We'll have an adult neomorph. Positive, John's has come back. Neutral, it's Flynn ambushes them as an abomination. That cancels. Flynn. Okay, so they open the door. They come to here. They think it's perfectly safe because they've already checked this out. The door slides open, and they see huddled in the corner of the room this weird thing with all distended limbs, looking highly unattractive, but wearing the same suit Flynn was wearing, which is the medical person. So it definitely looks like whatever this thing was wearing beforehand, it looked a bit like this white suit, but it's covered in this red ichor. The arms are elongated, the suit is torn, and as soon as that door opens, and Parks would be just about to step in, thinking, oh, I'm going to find stuff, Flynn turns, there's this disgusting growl, and he charges at Parks, screaming at the top of his voice. So what would this be termed as? This would be termed as... Is this a beluga head? This is a stage 3 abomination, also known as irreverent. Piles in to Parks, who's standing at this door here, just about to step in. And that is where we'll end today, where I will make a note that we will start next session with initiative at the door of the corporate suite. Thank you so much for staying with me during this Alien Chariot of the Gods. We're still on Act 2. We've still got Act 3 and a whole bunch of treats and surprises to come up, as various different things from... I've already had a little bit of a read, not too much of a read. It's like Christmas. You can't, I've felt the presents, but I'm not actually peeked in the wrapping to see what we do next. And I think we can bring back some things from the original part of the story, quite interestingly. But anyway, I digress because I'm excited. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you. Thank you very much to the members who have joined. I forgot all about that, didn't I? The members who have joined the Adventurers Guild. You can join yourself. There's various different levels. At the moment, we've got a superfan thank you level where you support, and you can enter the competitions and various other things. You get little icons and stuff. And then there's early doors where you get early access to the videos and the exclusive members only videos that I've begun putting up. Or you can give a super thanks or any other support you like, and I will leave it at that. Thank you very much. Sorry to you. Thank you to everyone. I'll see you next week for more Alien and see what happens to Flynn the Abomination. See ya.